Hey everyone, just wanted to let you know what we're doing today. I'm going to take you on a creek walk. So one of my most favorite activities ever. And the reason I'm going on one today is because I got a new dip net. So I'm really hard on dip nets. I break them right here by trying to pick up too much. So we ordered a bunch of dip nets from Memphis Net and Twine. Got a heavy handle here. It's a special custom net with a smaller mesh than most other nets. And then it's got, this is what's great, is it's got this bar here to keep me so I can just go hard against rocks and stuff and never have to worry about breaking the net. It's absolutely incredible thing. We got these through a specific donation grant from a sustaining member who was tired of watching me break nets, go figure. And I knew about these nets because when I was in graduate school and just after, when I was early cutting my teeth as an environmental consultant, I had a project on salamanders and I needed a net. And so I found these and special ordered them. I would still have them today, except I loaned them to somebody and I completely forgot who I loaned them to. I had 3 then, we have 3 now, so we're back in business. 20 years later, back in business with having some really high quality dip nets so I don't break them anymore. All right, let's go see what we find as we walk this creek. Well, you never know what you'll find when you're walking a creek. Check this out. Somebody lost their pool toy. Oh boy. If anybody wants it, let me know. I'll tell you where it is. You can come get it. Oh, this used to be really a good spot, but as you can see, it's just down to a little puddle. So we're gonna move on to more of the main channel of the creek here. If I can get back to it. Gotta walk through the tall stuff. There it is. Nope, this isn't a main channel, but oh, maybe it is. This will work great. All right, so we're in the creek, and like I said, dip net has a nice edge on it, so I can get it in here in the rocks and catch rocks. That's all I caught, but you kind of get the point here. I had to find a good spot, get it up in the bank. Oh, yep. So there we go. Crayfish. Ah, he's pinching me. A little crayfish, and we'll let him go. Check that out. Dragonfly larvae. That's cool. Anything else? Nope, let all that stuff go. Right up under the bank. And another dragonfly larvae right there, little one. Need some deeper water. The creek is disappearing. So check this out. All this red Oh, all this red right here, these are roots that are exposed to the water, and they're just, that's really cool how they're a red coloration. So what we're seeing is just bare roots instead of roots being covered in dirt. That's the tip of the root. It does all the water and nutrient exchange for those grasses. All right, here we go. This looks like good stuff here. So I always love seeing pools like this. First thing I look for is a turtle, and see if I can find a turtle anywhere. I don't see one right here, but you never know what we might find. So I'm gonna stick the net up underneath this, and then anything that was living in those roots or in those branches falls down into the net. And I didn't do very well that time. Didn't get anything. We'll keep trying. Find another spot. Oh, here's a good spot up here. And you can't be afraid to go get wet when you're on these creek ventures. You're gonna go deep into the water. Oh, tadpoles. I see bullfrog tadpoles. Let's see if we can get one. So take this here into there. Just a bunch of crayfish. Let's see what else we got. More crayfish. So it looks like 5 or 6 crayfish in that net haul. Let's see. All right, a lot of fish in here, and this is out in the open water. You need a different kind of net, something called a seine net, to catch those things. But when you're in here, just trying the more crayfish. Let's just see. Big crayfish swimming away from me. There is a technique I could try, but it wouldn't be very good video filming. So I can throw the net away from me and drag it to me to get that big crayfish I saw sitting there. Cool. Just a different technique. Oh, here's a good spot to get into the bank, get underneath the bank. Nothing but rocks and debris. I think I advertised my attack that time. All right, let's keep going. See what we can get. So in the riffles, there's also other creatures, more aquatic insects will live in here, and things like that. I'm looking for reptiles and amphibians, turtles, frogs, salamanders, snakes. So I'm going to bypass that stuff and go for the deeper, the more under the bank type situation, like this one here. All these fish are getting away from me. Yeah, so there we go. Got a fish. Something moving. Let's see what kind you are. Let's see what kind of fish this is. I'm not too good on my fish ID. It's something I need to work on. I need to be better at. It looks like some little minnow. Cypriniformes probably in that family or order of fish. I mean, there's another one, and a crayfish. We'll let those guys go. Uh-oh, I heard something that sounded just like a snake. And sometimes my ears play tricks on me, but it's always worth looking. And another thing great about this dip net, it's got this long handle. So snakes that are sitting still, you won't be able to see, but you can use this long handle instead of scratching up my arms or my legs, which I do all the time anyways, but to poke in here and see if I can get it to move again. And it doesn't look like there was. Looks like my ears were playing tricks on me. And that happens. All right, so look, see how the grass right here, see how the grass, see how I point on the camera, is overhanging the water? Things like tadpoles and other critters get underneath that. Right there, see how deep I can go in with that? And pull it back. Let's see. Looks like all we got are aquatic insects. Dragonfly larvae. There's 2, 3, there's a mayfly, there's a robber fly, all sorts of different kind of larvae. Cool. All right, keep moving. And the trick when you walk in streams, I don't know if you look behind me, a lot of sediment in the water going that way. So I always walk upstream so that it's always clean water where I'm looking. And it's really not an activity you can do with more than one person, unless the creek is really braided with lots and lots of side channels, because you muck up the water for everybody and nobody can see what they're looking at. Nobody can see the bottom. And it's important to be able to see a bottom because let's say there's a painted turtle or a snapping turtle. I want to be able to see it so that I'll be able to catch it. And all these crayfish, man, I know you guys can't see them, but this is just full of crayfish. All right, this looks like it's gonna get deep for me. See if I can get through it without going in over my head. It's just a whole bunch of branches that I'm stepping on. You can see all this is all underwater here, making a little net. It's a great place for critters, but I don't think I'll be able to catch anything in here. I just want to get through it without going in too deep. So I have electronics in my pockets. Made it. That was fun. All right, I guess I'll have to walk around this. This looks like it gets pretty deep, but this is where sometimes you can find a turtle or a snake. Deep water. Fishermen like this because that's where the big fish are gonna be. Water striders on the top of the water here. Mosquitoes are starting to get bad. And of course I didn't wear bug repellent. You'll probably see my hand come up like this a lot as I'm scratching my face, scratching the bugs off my body. When I walked downstream, before I started, I was hoping we'd see a turtle in this, but I don't see one. One of the things you have to be prepared for while you're walking creeks is nasty, scummy water that's gotten caught up by a log jam. Normally wouldn't be this way, but I just plow through it, and then we'll get clean on the other side of it. And I try not to worry about what I'm walking in too much. I'm gonna drag my net through here. See if we can catch anything. Oh, yep, look at that. In that nasty, mucky water, it's loaded with crayfish. Look at all these. How fun is that? Whew. I know where I'm coming for a crayfish boil. Man, there's a lot of them in here. I bet that's what the snapping turtles are eating, what the fish are eating, are all these baby crayfish. Another one. Ah, he's pinching me. Cool. This is where a snake would sit. So always sneak up on these things. Snake would, if they're, I've never seen a water snake in this creek, but if they were here, they'd be up on that. Maybe a garter snake would be up on that too. Falling in. More crayfish. Seems like that's what I'm destined to catch tonight. All right, so I've seen tadpoles. They're taking off, swimming away from me out in front of me. So in this situation, this is kind of a tough one to catch a tadpole in. But next one I see, I'll see if I can try and catch it for us. They're bullfrog tadpoles, so they're pretty big. They're not supposed to be here. Nothing we can really do about that now. Look at all the crayfish in here. This is a crazy. Let's see if I can net a bunch of them. Now I got 4. There are a ton of them right there. There, yeah, holy smokes. You can put in a crayfish trap here and survive. Where's the snapping turtle that is eating all these? They love eating crayfish. Oh, finally got some big ones. Let's see here. Okay. Some that would hurt when they get you. Ah, you got me. Big fish here. See if I can get it. Nope. Couldn't get the net in there. This net is a little big for some of the things I like doing. Just crayfish. But it's an awesome net because you can get a 20-pound snapper, snapping turtle in there and it won't get away. Oh, look at this big pool. Something big's moving in the water too. I can see it swimming away from me already. Look at all that movement. Wonder what it is, just a big fish? Someone's tennis ball. I bet it was just a big fish. Let's see if I can see one. Look here, look here. There's tadpoles all over here. I'm gonna see if I can get one. One went right underneath this rock. Can't get underneath there. Where'd they all go? So let's just see what was making all this racket. Oh, I missed him. Just a bunch of crayfish. Missing the tadpoles badly. Out of practice with a big net. We'll get one. I won't go home till we get one. There's one stuck here, I think. Nope. All right, got one. So there's a bullfrog tadpole. See what it looks like. Let's get out of the shade here so you guys can see it. There's a bullfrog tadpole. There's a lot of them in this big pool here. I'm gonna let it go. I really shouldn't be. I should be keeping them all because bullfrogs are a non-native species and do not belong here in Colorado. We shouldn't have them. They wreak havoc. But I think the damage is already done and I can't make it better. I want a big fish. Let's see what we do. See what we can find up here. All right, great situation. See how the plants are overhanging? That's where all the bugs and the critters get to hide from people like me. So you take your net, put it in, you run it up underneath there, all the way up underneath there, and you get, oh, check this one. The dragonfly larvae have been small. Look at that one. Cool. And then a crayfish too, so I'll let that guy go. Let's see. Oh, nothing on that one. See if I can get this tadpole to swim into my net. Nope, he went the other way. Got him, I think. Nope, he got away. I'm not good at this anymore. All right, looks like I'm out of room that way. Can't go anymore. Ran into a fence. So we'll just call that good. I'm gonna look around this pond a little bit. There's another bullfrog. Let's see. I'm gonna do some underwater video footage of the bullfrogs. All right, I'm gonna do see if I can get some underwater video of the bullfrogs, the tadpoles, and then we'll call it quits. No turtles today, just the lots of crayfish, some fish, some tadpoles. All in all, a good creek walk. Had a lot of fun. Stay tuned for the underwater footage of the tadpoles. If I don't get any good stuff, you won't see it. All right, we'll see you guys later.